Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
They're led out by a former #2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now a throw here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
2nd and 6. Handoff to McAllister. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 34. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Quick slant, caught by Moore. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah able to record his 5th sack of the season.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Screen play to McAllister. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And he is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, okay, so there's a blemish in there, right? He did throw one interception in the last game.
But 5 touchdown passes.
Okay, that's the offset you want.
I say bench him. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
You are tough, Coach. I thought the ratio was if you got to 3-1, your quarterback was operating at peak efficiency. 5-1.
And a win.
And a win? Yeah, just let him keep throwing it. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Touchdown! Jalen Waddle with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. It's Wilson. Swings this out for Hunt. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
These two teams getting a couple of late-season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 12. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. On 3rd down, Duckworth. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's going to air one out. It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And now here's Ross. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week. And in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
And that was a high degree of difficulty on that one, but to me, it goes back to fundamentals and determination. High point the football and declare it yours.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the gun, it's Tua. Forced out to his left. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
And this is caught by Watkins. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua escaping the pressure right. On the right side, open is Gesicki. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now Ross to return. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He completes it to Hunt. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing again here, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. On 3rd down, McAllister. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to...
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. 2nd down and 3. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Gaskin. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Tua going to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Quez Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And now here's Ross. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come. We may be looking at the scoreboard. This offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now Ross to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. These two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Wilson to throw. He shakes him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Sheds off the tackle.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense back out onto the field.
He has been... on his A game, where the third quarter, he's already in search of touchdown pass number 5.
He's played so well that it's hard for me to take my eyes off of him, even when he's not on the field. I keep finding him on the bench in between series, wondering what he's going to do next. This has been a blast to watch him play the position.
He's been spectacular with those 4 touchdown passes.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua, he's going to try and go deep again. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And New York set to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands here of Hardman.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On first down, McAllister. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Back now in Miami. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This is Gaskin on the carry. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they... practice for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And, oh, that will get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive, because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Another go-around now for the Jets offense. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Like 22, he's coming, 22's coming.
Now Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup there. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. His throw incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Wilson will throw again.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moore. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Running right, here's McAllister. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Mike 55. Hey, ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. McAllister. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
Don't do us like that.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're march up another 15 against your squad.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Wilson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
7 yards to pick up there.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down now, McAllister, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at the... Now it looks like he'll throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bush. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Gordon. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Gordon. And he gets this out to Foster on the right side. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And with things looking pretty good. On the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Looking to throw. Gordon. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Bush. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Again, he'll drop to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check. 50. 60 now. Got to do better.
They'll look to throw again. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 yards on back.
Back plays there, and that's another first down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Miami, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, you start to wonder if it's going to happen this year. The skid has hit 13 in a row on the season. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jones Shorty.